Hey there, Ayana here, and I'm so excited to welcome you to Achaibo Clinical. We're a community and platform dedicated to empowering the future of clinical research. At Achaibo Clinical, we're all about building a more diverse clinical research workforce. We believe that by integrating cutting-edge AI technology with a deep commitment to diversity, we can create real change in healthcare. Inspired by a vision of inclusivity, Achaibo Clinical began with one goal: to bridge the gap for minority professionals in clinical research. Today, we've grown into a vibrant community, continuously evolving to meet the needs of our diverse participants. What makes us different? It's our unique blend of advanced AI-driven training and a strong focus on diversity. We'll equip you with the real-world skills you need to succeed, and our supportive network will help you thrive. Ready to take the next step? Join our growing community on Facebook and Telegram, explore our AI-powered courses, and let's build a more inclusive future in healthcare together. Visit our Linktree to book a call with us, register for upcoming webinars, and follow us on social media. Thanks for being part of this journey. Together, we're shaping the future of healthcare, one diverse professional at a time. Let's keep innovating and stay inspired. Hey there, Ayana here, and I'm so excited to welcome you to Achaibo Clinical. We're a community and platform dedicated to empowering the future of clinical research. At Achaibo Clinical, we're all about building a more diverse clinical research workforce. We believe that by integrating cutting-edge AI technology with a deep commitment to diversity, we can create real change in healthcare. Inspired by a vision of inclusivity, Achaibo Clinical began with one goal: to bridge the gap for minority professionals in clinical research. Today, we've grown into a vibrant community, continuously evolving to meet the needs of our diverse participants. What makes us different? It's our unique blend of advanced AI-driven training and a strong focus on diversity. We'll equip you with the real-world skills you need to succeed, and our supportive network will help you thrive. Ready to take the next step? Join our growing community on Facebook and Telegram, explore our AI-powered courses, and let's build a more inclusive future in healthcare together. Visit our Linktree to book a call with us, register for upcoming webinars, and follow us on social media. Thanks for being part of this journey. Together, we're shaping the future of healthcare, one diverse professional at a time. Let's keep innovating and stay inspired.
Hello, everyone. I'm not sure if you can see me. I will start shortly and I'll just put this up. I want to make sure that those of you who have joined early, that the webinar starts that way. I'm not taking too much of your time. If you haven't met me before, I am Tengumuna and Elizabeth, welcome. Therese is here, Essen and Viwe. I'm really glad that you guys joined super early. We had quite a few people register and the webinar will be recorded, so that should not be an issue. Okay, so really delighted that you guys are here. I am going to go ahead and start. There are more people joining. I can see that. Hello, Joy. And I will be pausing to check in on those who are joining. So this has been a while. This is the revamp and relaunch unveiling the new AI-powered clinical research course. Can you guys hear me? Just, you can put a heart or you can wave or something, so that way I don't feel like I'm speaking to an empty room here, an empty virtual room. Oh, fantastic. Oh my goodness, I feel better because it was quiet for a second there. Welcome. I see more have joined. Hashim, Francis. Yeah, Charisse, thank you for leading. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Again, this is the revamp and relaunch webinar for Achaibo Clinical, unveiling the new AI-powered course for clinical research. To give you a background, when the whole AI revolution started, I got on it about 2 years ago, and I was going to redo the whole platform, but I didn't realize it was going to take this long. So I'm so excited about the new things that have happened and how this is really going to serve you. So let's start. I think some of you, when I was starting, I was playing this video. This is the avatar of our platform. Her name is Ayana, and you will notice that she is in everything. If you take our courses, she's going to be guiding you. She's on several websites. So this is the face. Her hairstyle is going to be different every time. But overall, this is her hairstyle, and this was created by me for you guys. Viwe, thank you. I see, and the way this will work is that I'm going to go through the presentation and the training, and then we're going to go through questions and answers. So let's go ahead and move on. Let me start. I'm going to play the housekeeping video with Ayana now that many of you have joined, so you can hear her voice and start becoming familiar with her.
Hi everyone, Ayana here. I'm absolutely delighted to welcome you to today's webinar. We're thrilled that you've joined us and are excited for the valuable insights and discussions ahead. Before we dive into the content, let's quickly go over a few housekeeping items to ensure you have the best possible experience. For a smooth experience, all participants are on mute. This allows us to minimize background noise and keep the focus on the presentation. We'd love hearing from you. Throughout the webinar, we'll have interactive polls where you can share your thoughts and engage with the content. We encourage you to participate. We'll be holding a Q&A session at the end of the webinar, so feel free to jot down any questions you may have, and we'll do our best to address them. Please note that while this webinar is being recorded and will be available for replay, the slides are copyrighted and won't be distributed separately. However, you can access all related resources through our Linktree, which serves as your hub for everything happening at Achaibo Clinical, including booking a 15-minute strategy call. We're so glad you're here and part of our community. Without further ado, it's my pleasure to hand things over to Tengu, the CEO and founder of Achaibo Clinical. Enjoy the webinar, and I'll check back in with you later.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, great. I want to go over the agenda. If you haven't met me before, I see more of you have joined. I'd said hello to people who had joined before. Welcome. This is the only things that you've missed is the name of the webinar, listening to Ayana, our avatar, welcome you, and then go over housekeeping. So I am Tengu Muna, and I am the founder of Achaibo Clinical. I've been around for a while. But the thing that really changed for me in the past 2 years as I got on the AI bandwagon was that literally all the dreams that I had for this platform came true. And I've been studying just all things AI for the past year and a half, 2 years now. And during this webinar, it's going to be an experience. It's going to be quite an experience. And I hope you guys enjoy it and you really love it and you leave feeling like, oh my goodness, as being part of this platform, my life will completely transform. We just went over housekeeping and the welcome with Ayana. I'm going to go over what's new on the platform. So some of you who haven't been around and who are new can catch up. And for those of you who have been here, I'm sure that you'll be very delighted by what is upcoming. I'm going to go over the course offerings. We've really repackaged them and enhanced them with a lot of AI tools that will be very helpful. And then the next thing I'm going to talk about, which I get excited about, this community building, community events, and app development. For those of you who are part of the community, this AI and GPTs, which I will explain what those are going to keep expanding based on the needs of the community. Then I'm going to demo some of the GPTs that I have created. We're going to go through the Q&A, and then we're going to go to the next steps, a final call to action, and webinar recording plus Q&A. That was just a placeholder for me, so that way I remember that we're recording the webinar and you guys are aware of it. So without further ado, oh, and one more thing. Can you guys see something that says Samson's AI note taker? Just raise your hand if you can see that. It's one of the other people, it's one of the panelists. Oh, good. Okay, great. I think viewer, you're saying that you can see it, right? If you can see it, you can do hearts. I think you guys can react during this webinar. So please do hearts and everything. Okay. Samson's AI Note Taker is my other tool, which is an AI that assists me with all my webinars and all my calls. So it's just a phenomenal AI that I use to go through my webinars, assist, help people come in and all of that. But let me proceed with the first part of the presentation. And the way that I present is that I like to do it more like a conversation. So what is new on the platform? Number one, as you see, did you guys like these images that I created? Every webinar and everything that I do now has branded images for it. So the theme for this webinar is revamp and relaunch, and hence this incredible cyborg looking robots that have been refurbished. They look like they've been refurbished, right? And revamped. And so for the new platform, the major update is this: every program that you've taken, I know Elizabeth has been with us for a while, and I'm sure, Elizabeth, you were surprised when all of a sudden you got registered for all these GPTs, and you're probably thinking, what's going on? Yeah, so every single course that you take now has an accompanying tool for it. The only one that doesn't currently have it is our researcher bundle, which I will get into, which is really a motivational type of program, but I'm creating a GPT for it, which is an app really, and I will explain that. So every course has it. Now, multilingual support, I'm going to tell you all the languages that the platform supports now via these GPTs. This is just phase one. So phase one for me was just understanding what was needed on the platform and transforming it. Everything that has been done was done courtesy of yours truly. I was in this group where we decided that this is the AI revolution, and this is something that can be available to anyone. So I decided that I was going to work on this using AI tools. How can I transform and support our community by using AI tools? So nobody helped me do this. It's my work for the past 1.5 years. It's really all my work. And so everything that I'm discussing with you here, I've experienced it. I know all the tools. I know how they work. So wherever you are in the world joining this call, this can actually help you. So that is phase one. Phase one really is incorporating tools. Phase two, we're going to take every single course. And that one, I will need help because it's quite a task. And we're going to, in fact, infuse more AI codes and all of that. So when you're taking a program, not only do you have these tools that you're using, but now you have every single program that understands what you're doing and can assist you even better to get to your goals. Then I also talked about visuals. All the visuals on the platform now, I'm sure you guys can have noticed the difference. Elizabeth, you finally noticed it, right? You can just raise your hand and you can do a heart for me, because Elizabeth has been here longer than most people. And so I do, yeah. So if you guys have been following me on social media and everything, Viwe, thank you. Let me lower your hand because I think it has been up for a while. So if you've been following our social media and all of it, you'll notice that there's been a drastic change. The images are different. They're more enhanced. Everything is more targeted. In fact, this presentation is an AI-powered presentation that I'm actually using. So let me move on here really quickly so I don't take up too much time. The languages that we support, which I get so excited about, because I remember people will ask me, Tengu, I really want to take the courses, but I speak French or I speak a different language. How would that work for me? But this is what it is. When you're listening to the courses and the programs now, as you're using this generative pre-trained transformers, those are GPTs, and I will go into the details of that. Once what you're doing is, as you're studying, you can ask you can ask questions in any language, but you can also speak in English and tell it to respond to you. So these are the languages that it supports: English, French, Portuguese, Spanish, and Chinese, Indian, all of that, Arabic, Italian, German, and other Western Eastern languages, the major ones it does, but the African languages that it supports. So this part is full language support, which means it's high accuracy, contextual understanding, okay? And I will explain that in the next slide. African languages: Swahili, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Amharic, Zulu, Xhosa, Afrikaans, Somali, and Shona. It understands it just like it would understand English. Basic languages, limited accuracy, you guys. What that means is it's still being trained by OpenAI. It speaks, you can, Pidgin English, I do dabble in Pidgin English. And in fact, I'm having it tell me like some clinical research things. I'm experimenting, but it is getting there. Pidgin English, Wolof, Tigrinya, Bambara, Fulani, Lingala, Kenya, Rwanda, Kirundi, Sango, and Swana. Limited, but eventually it will get there. And so let me explain to you what that means. Full language support, high accuracy, and contextual understanding. What that means is that it can comprehend and respond with high precision in these languages, the language that I mentioned previously, the African languages, Swahili, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, Amharic, Zulu, Xhosa, African, Somali, and Shona. And then, of course, our regular other languages like English, French, Portuguese, Spanish, Arabic, Italian, German, Western languages, and Eastern languages. So basically, that's what that means. Basic language support, which I mentioned, the ones at the bottom, it can decipher that. Of course, the responses might not be very accurate, but it's still very helpful. Okay, so let's move on here. I'm going to launch the first poll, and I want you guys to interact with this. I want you to let me launch it. So our first poll is the first one. I created so many here and everything is being blocked. Okay, let me open it up and launch it for you guys. This is the first poll that I'm going to launch. And I want you guys to, there's also a QR code that actually comes with it. But I want you guys to let me know, are you seeing it? If you're seeing the poll, just raise your hand and say, yes, you're seeing it. I want you guys to let me know what you've seen so far, if you understand it. So which features on the platform are you excited about based on what I've said? Is it a language versatility? Oh, I like you guys are like fast on it. Nobody like, oh, language, a new language. Oh, look at that. You guys are on it. Okay. The winner is the interactive learning. Oh, nice. Community building. Absolutely, you guys. Pricing, we'll get to that because I put pricing in here, but we'll get to that. I've actually slashed all our prices like drastically. There are so many different combinations. I'll give you guys tools. You're going to get, after this webinar, you're going to get free tools and things that you can actually use to determine how best you want to join our community. Oh, I like that, you guys. So I'm going to end the poll, 46%, 50%. Come on, you guys, you can do it. I'm waiting for 100% participation, and then I'm going to end the poll. Anybody else? Okay, I'm going to end the poll in 3, in 2, in 1. Okay, great. Let's move on. Now, I'm sharing the results so you guys can see it, right? So language versatility, 50%, interactive learning, 83%. Yeah, absolutely, you guys. And you're going to love these GPTs. Wait till you see them. Community building, absolutely very important. This has always been the dream of this platform, to build a community of minority clinical research professionals, particularly of African descent. I'm just putting it out there. You're sitting here going, but I'm not of African descent. You are. We all came from Africa. But I'm just saying that's really what my focus is, right? Let us move on to the next one. Okay, the course offerings and the course packaging. This is going to be a lot. But what I'll just say is this. I'm going to put the link in the chat of where you can go and download it. There's a video with Ayana explaining all the details. So there are a range of bundles and individual courses that are each designed to meet your unique needs. In the next few slides, I'm just going to go over some of them to explain things to you. And then just so you know, we now have a subscription and we do have a one-time purchase. What that just means is simple. If you choose to subscribe, you're going to be renewing it, whether it's yearly or every month, however you choose. But when you do a one-time subscription, like people who've taken our courses before, it's yours. And whenever we get an upgrade like this one, whenever the courses are getting new AI upgrades, automatically you get upgraded as well. But it will be up to you. So let me go over, and then here's the link to our courses, and I'll just put it here for you guys. So you can, while I'm speaking, you can go to that link and you can, here it is. Let me put it to everyone. Here's the link to the courses. It will give you, if you go on there and all you do is enter your email address, and it's going to give you the download. There's all of that, but I will go through it, and it's really what is already on here. So these are our Achaibo clinical offerings right now. And I won't go through all of them just for purposes of time here. Let me see how we're doing. Oh, 9:19, we're doing good. I have about 11 minutes. These are our course offerings. And so unlock your clinical research potential, okay? These are our course offerings. This is just an intro slide, which I did for you guys, just to tell you what to expect and to inspire you. The first one is the Achaibo Clinical Insider Access, and it's your all-in-one solution. What this means is you're going to have access to the full platform, and you are going to, it's going to be a subscription, and there are about 22 different, let me do the math, 16 courses and 6 GPTs. So you're going to have the full thing, full access to all of it. And then you're going to have access to our weekly calls or bi-weekly calls, which are actually coming up. And then, of course, we have an exclusive community for you as well. These have GPTs that are actually linked. Now, when I say GPTs, you guys just think of an app. That's really what these are. And you will have access to all these cutting edge AI tools with the course. So what will happen is as you're taking the course, then you can actually work with the GPT, and I'll do a training on the GPT, a mini training for you guys coming up. And then this is the current price, $99 a month, but it's going to return to the regular price in 3 months, $129 a month. You can do $9.99 per year and save 20% with an annual payment. You also have a 7-day risk-free trial. What that means is when you sign up, you have it for 7 days risk-free. So that's the Achaibo Clinical Insider Access. Then there are a whole bunch of other courses. What I actually recommend is that you guys take a look at the brochure. There are courses like this that target people who want to monitor, who want to work at a clinical research site to understand what's going on. And each of these has an app or GPT, AI-powered GPT that actually goes with it. And again, there's several. Just if you have the time, I put the link in the chat and I'll put it in the follow-up email. Take a look at it. We have a clinical mastery bundle, which has all our recordings since this platform started. And you have several GPTs that actually accompany that as well. So I'm going to just fly through this, but I want you guys to, did you guys see the link? Just let me know in the chat. I put it in the chat. Go to that link. Take a look at it. At minimum, what I would say is just start with the full access. And then you can think about, oh, do I want to own this? Do I actually want to have a stake in this? And then you can go ahead and subscribe to all the other ones. But really, it's at minimum, I would say, take a look at the all access. So those are our courses. And again, I'm just going to fly through this because I want to go straight to training you guys on these GPTs. Let's finish that. Okay, it's almost over. See, we have a lot of course offerings and you just have to take a look. Now, I want to go through this last one. These are the GPTs that are created for you that actually accompany these courses. The first one is the Ultimate Clinical Research Toolbox GPT. What that means is that when you're taking the program, the Ultimate Clinical Research Toolbox, this has been trained to help you as you're taking that program. We have a Clinical Career Compass GPT. That is for, we have a marketing and branding bundle. It's not just about taking programs. It's about saying, okay, I've taken the program. Now I want to be out there. How exactly am I going to place myself? And I used to train people on this. So I've programmed this app to help you. And remember that a pre-generated transformer means that you're the one training it. As you input data into it, you're actually training it. And that's it. And then, of course, the Clinical Research Site Companion GPT, which is like the ultimate clinical research toolbox, but it's more targeted at what happens at a clinical research site. Monitoring Genie GPT. If you're interested in monitoring, you always wanted to monitor. And now this gives you full access. In addition to the courses that I've created based on my incredible experience in this industry, we now have this app that's going to accompany you as you're actually learning. I'm also going to be creating a global studies app because that's what I've been doing for years for people who eventually are like, you know what, I want to understand how I'm a global study manager and I really need something that's really going to help me to be efficient as what I do, what my job, because I've been using that one for the past 1.5 years. I created that for myself. Oh, and I have just in my own life right now, guys, I have 45 GPTs in my own life right now, and I will get to that. Remember that these are basically the foundation for how to really manage your life. For example, I was at the gym today. I have a GPT that teaches me how to, basically, it manages all my workouts. I have one for my nutrition. I have one that I created them now for family members. Somebody asked me a question. Hey, I had my sister who's in London asking me, hey, I have this new retreat that I want to do. It's coming up and I need new exercises. I basically just created a GPT, took a few days off, created one for her, programmed it, and just said, okay, here you go. So this is if you know how to use this, as I start rolling out more, I think you will understand them better. We have a GCP compliance GPT, which is off the chain. And that's the demo that I'm going to be doing shortly. Then we have the Clinical Trials Connector GPT. It used to be free on my Linktree. Remember, the things that are free right now might not be free tomorrow because I'm training this, I'm training it. And so I'm also testing it, right? So I always say it's important to be part of the community so that we can all grow together. Okay, so the Clinical Trials Connector GPT for regulatory, if you want to understand the regulatory framework of clinical trials in any country, I've programmed it to do that. If you're filing in South Africa, wherever you are, in the US, in Canada, in Japan, it will help you with all the tools. Okay, next, let me move on to, so that's it. Those are the GPTs. That's what I really wanted to go over with you. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Embrace your next step today, for it is the unlocking of your future potential. This was created, so ChatGPT, or these are the GPTs that I use, because ChatGPT, I use Bard, Google Gemini, like a whole suite, but my primary one is ChatGPT because I'm able to create GPTs for you guys and actually share it. So let me put the second poll, which will be an interesting one, which tells you about these different courses. And if you are excited like I am, before I go into the demo, let's launch the second quiz. Okay. Give me a second here. Let me go back. I have to like pull it open because I have them numbered. I tend to get extremely organized and then I forget what I did. I am a bit obsessive, and that's why I think this AI world, it fits me very well. I'm really obsessive in understanding things and organizing them. So I've been able to absorb a lot of information about AI. So guys, next poll. Let me read the question to you. Which bundles are you most interested in? So we have several. We have the one where you have access to the full shebang. We have one for monitoring. We have one for site training. We have one for launching your career and branding yourself. We have several. So with what you guys know so far, we have webinar replace GCP training. Which of these do you think will serve you the best? Ooh. Oh, the clinical research. Oh, I love that monitoring genie. I'm telling you, that's a good one. That's a good one, you guys. Yeah, I'll share the results shortly. Okay, you guys. GCP training. Yeah, GCP training. PI training. Oh, okay. God, I'm excited. I actually am starting on a suite of GPTs that are only targeted for principal investigators anywhere in the world. Particularly, I always say particularly in Africa, because my goal, you guys, is to take these tools that I have here in the US and use it to empower our own industries on the African continent, but also in general, it's Africans on the continent, Africans in the diaspora. And when I say Africans, minorities, right? Because in the US, as you guys know, even with the FDA's draft diversity plan, there was no clinical trial that is currently being conducted without having a diversity plan in it. And the highest population that is being targeted is the Black population, whether it's people of African descent, and then of course, Hispanics and all of that. So when I looked at all of that, this is how the passion grew for this. And I honestly believe this. Let me end the poll and share the results. I think you guys are done. 100% answered. Facts. You guys are amazing. I love it. When I got this passion, and the bug that bit me was when I came into this industry, I didn't know anything. I learned through mentors. But I am somebody who loves to absorb very complicated information and then spit it out. So when AI came, in my family now, they're calling me like a robot or whatever, because I knew that this was a tool that I was going to use to transform. I just knew. So sometimes what I've realized is that we might have ideas, but we never have to give up, because somebody might be sitting, like OpenAI was sitting somewhere in Silicon Valley, and they were like, we're going to create something that Tengu's going to use one day to transform her clinical research community. So that's what I'm excited about. So back to the PI training. If you join and take our courses and everything, every month I'm going to be launching a new GPT. They're going to be very targeted. So eventually we're going to have a group. So for those of you who are like, oh, I want monitor training, you're going to have several. If you're a PI and you're not just for clinical research, you need help with your clinic. Maybe you're in Zimbabwe and there is a certain, the healthcare system is a certain way, right? And there are certain purchases you need to run your clinic. It will help you run it based on your life in Zimbabwe. That's what I love about these GPTs. They target wherever you are in the world, okay? So I'm really excited about that. So that is the next poll, you guys. I'm going to be sharing these results. If you guys can take a look at it before we move on to the demo. Yes, I really like that. I think the monitor training is very important. Of course, PI training, branding and marketing, you guys. Super. If you're in this industry already, or you just want to move forward with your life, I actually have a free GPT right now. It's a limited capability. It's on my link tree, and I'll share the link tree. It's called a clinical recruit genie. If you're looking for a job, it's actually, I have recruiters who use it. And if you're looking for a job, it actually goes inside the mind of a recruiter. Just go there, tell you what you want to do. It's going to pop up a CV for you in this industry. It's actually free. It's sitting on my link tree right now. So if you're somebody who's like in that market, wherever you are, okay, fantastic. So let's keep going. Okay. Community and monthly app developments. I think I jumped the gun on this one. Yes, so every month you want to join the community. And what I mean is either you're signing up for the 99 a month subscription, or you're taking one of the bundles. Basically, go for the bundles. The only other two courses that if you just want to buy them, the clinical research monitoring course and the clinical research toolbox, you'll be coming to the monthly course. On our bi-weekly course, all we're going to be doing is teaching you how to transform your life as you're taking the courses with the GPTs. When you're listening to the course, what questions to ask. That's all what we're going to be doing, because we do this over and over again. And remember, it targets your market. So it's not going to be giving you answers from the US, wherever you are in the world. If you're in the US, great. But it's going to give you targeted questions. And the thing that I've learned over my 2 years now in this AI-powered revolution is the degree of your prompt will determine the outcome, right? Input, output. And I have mastered it. I know I'll show you how to organize your answers, what to do, how to refine things and things like that. So yeah, it's going to be, so community building, every month we're going to launch a new app. And this is going to happen during our bi-weekly coaching calls once a month. The second bi-weekly coaching call of the month, we're going to get together and brainstorm, and we're going to vote. Which new GPT should we be launching, and what is it going to do to actually help? Right? That's what we're going to be discussing every month, whether it's a GPT to help a clinic in Botswana, whatever it is. If you say, hey, Tengu, we need a GPT just for, I'm an investigator, I have a group of investigators. If you're a CRO, if you're on this call going, oh my goodness, I want to create a CRO, or I'm already a CRO, I need help, we're going to work on one that's going to help you to create whatever you want to create and also to manage it. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So let me go on now to poll number 3, which is, I don't think this is the question for poll number 3, but let me see what it is. Let me see what the poll number 3 is, because I really wanted to, community building. Guys, I am having such a good time. I can't wait to start speaking to you guys. So the community building poll, I don't know why I can't share it right now. I don't know what's going on. Hang on, you guys. Blah, blah. Are you guys seeing the community building poll? Did I share it already? Just raise your hand if you are actually seeing it. Oh, I see what is going on. I had a little bit of a glitch there. So let me launch the polls and quizzes. What's going on here? The launch button, for some reason, is not working. So let's save that and then, okay. Oh, I see why. I had to stop sharing these other ones. So I did share those results, and let's go ahead and launch the community building. Guys, I have so much open right now. That's the thing about this world of AI. There is so much that I deal with in a day. So here you guys, okay. Would you be interested in participating in this expansion of GPT programs? We get together, we brainstorm, and we say, okay, this is the need. And remember, it doesn't have to be a clinical research GPT. Of course, we want to focus on healthcare, right? It could be something like I have GPTs now on Linktree, which I'll show you guys, which can, if you want to travel, and you're like, I need trip tickets to Africa. Hey, I have one that will help you to shop for that. So it just depends on what the needs are. So I see you guys are all interested. Okay, good. I'll show you guys. Let me share the poll really quickly. It's 100% unanimously. Yay, fantastic. I am looking forward to what's going to come out of this, because I think we're going to create, in this next 12 months, I have a feeling we're going to create some amazing things together. Absolutely. Okay. So let's get back to my talk. Fantastic. So I have the final one that's going to come up. Okay, good. I am in a good place. Let me keep going. Now, you guys, without further ado, let us dive into the GPTs. Let's dive into them. Are you guys ready? You guys can do hearts. You can wave. Okay. For the GPTs, the one that I want to demo is, it's what it's going to just show you is I'm going to ask a question, and I already have pre questions that I've trained it on, but I'll show you what it's going to be doing. Elizabeth, or no, Musa, thank you. Somebody's paying attention here, you guys. It's going to give you real-time insights. So let me go ahead and thank you. So let me go ahead and launch. I'm going to go to for just a quick second, just bear with me. I'm going to see GPT demo. I had to prepare for you guys really well, as you can see. Oh, thank you for the hearts, you guys. Now I don't feel lonely anymore. I was beginning to wonder, I'm like, is people paying attention? Okay, you guys, why is my GPT is not opening? Just give me a second here. I probably didn't copy and paste it. Oh, here we go. Let me copy again. Let's do that. Okay, I don't want to open it on my desktop, so because we have the desktop version as well. Guys, I literally have it open all day long. This is my live right now. All day. I literally just have it open, but I want to go online because I think that's where most of you would go. You also have the ChatGPT app, which you can use, but oh, I see what I have to do first. Let me open ChatGPT, and then I'll go through the back door. So I'm giving you a glance so I have two, guys, look at everything that I work on. So I have a business one and I have a personal one. That's my business one. And I believe I want to launch the clinical research site companion, you guys. Here it is, okay? How should I manage site supplies for a clinical trial? What question do you guys want here? There's several questions here. Why don't we can you simulate a patient recruitment scenario? So you're at a clinical research site. Here we go. It's responding. It's going to give you a study title, right? And it's saying, say this is a new drug in treating diabetes. You've identified a patient. It's walking you through the steps. Who meets the preliminary inclusion criteria? This is what you're going to do. Okay, you're going to outreach to these potential participants. You send them information, blah, blah, blah. So it's good. And then what you're going to do now is, this is what I usually do. And I usually speak to it through my desktop. Then I will paste it here. What I would like to ask it is, what is the inform? Can you expand on the ICF process? Respond in French, right? Let's do that. Oh, respond in Swahili. I don't speak Swahili, but there is somebody in this who speaks Swahili. Is there anybody in here who speaks Swahili? Just raise your hand. So that way I'm not just saying Swahili and there's nobody else speaks Swahili. Is there anybody who speaks Swahili? Somebody should put a language that they would like to use okay, Elizabeth, good. Okay. So I'm telling you to expand on the ICF process. So there it is. The ICF process explained to you in Swahili. Guys, so This is how it works. It's simple. You go in, you ask a question, and it's going to respond to you. And you can refine it further. And then I can say translate to English. So it was actually still going. It wasn't over. It's still explaining it. Blah, blah, blah. So let me just, yeah, perfect. So translate it to English. I'm saying what you just said. There we go. It's going to explain it back to you. And you can take it and say, explain to me in Hausa. I think it covers Hausa per my slides. So you guys see it, right? It's very simple. You're typing in something and you're going to have it work. So let me take you to, there is one that let's go to the GCP one. Okay. What are the GCP requirements? See what it did. I didn't tell you the country. Let's just say Ghana. What are the GCP requirements for Ghana? In Ghana, it's going to explain to you what are GCP requirements, the regulatory approval process, the ethics committee approval, and all of that. So guys, for any country, it's going to explain it to you. And then provide sample questions for a GPC exam. For the GCP exam, okay? So if you're prepping, some of you want to take the GCP exam, it's going to tell you some sample questions. And you can pick the organization. You can say ACRP or SOCRA, whichever one that you're going to use. So guys, this is it in a nutshell. It's simple. It's not complicated, but I'm going to be training you. I'm going to teach you how to respond. Now, if you're taking the courses, let's say I say something doing one of the programs, right? And you're like, what did Tango just say about GCP? Okay. And then I can just have it define the most important, if I can type here, GCP term. That is vague, but informed consent will define informed consent to you. So when you're like, say you're taking the GCP module, you just, as you're listening to what I'm saying, just ask questions. You're like, what? Okay, Tango said this, but what is that about? And then let me go to, I'm going to switch views here because like I said, you guys, this is my enterprise one. And I'm going to switch and go to my personal one. And on the personal one, this is what I have a ton as well, you guys see 29 more. So I probably have over 50 now, but I want to go into a fun one. Let's leave clinical research, right? And let's go into let me pick one that I play around with. Oh, I created this one for a hair salon, you guys, just for fun. And they need it for their hairstyles, right? So I actually programmed it for them. Because it's all about dreadlocks and these are people that do my hair. So I actually programmed this for them. That's just fun, you guys. That's just a fun one. Then let me go to Linktree and I want to show you guys something here. The new link. How do you guys like my new Linktree for Achaibo Clinical? Have you guys been on here? There is a video that tells you about Achaibo Clinical, but this is everything that has to do with Achaibo. But if you go here, I have African Clinical Trials Navigator right now. It tells you if you're filing for any African country, any questions, it'll tell you as well, and that is free. The Clinical Recruit Genie, I said, if you're looking for a job, go on there, create resumes and things. Then if you this is all me, what I do now, the art that I do with AI, fashion. But this GPT ecosystem, there's so many. Achaibo book insight strategies. I want to give you guys a walkthrough here. What I realized was that when I'm reading a book, the book is over. I'm like, I read this book. What have I learned from it? So I programmed this way. When you read a book, tell it your goals. And then tell it the book that you're reading, it will have it. And then say, okay, listen, I now want you to tell me how the chapters of this book apply to my goals. Guys, all the stuff I'm telling you, I didn't learn this from anywhere. Over the past 2 years, I've evolved with the AI industry and all the things that it's capable of. So I'm constantly thinking about new ways, right? Afropulse Marketplace, anything African anywhere in the world, you're in the diaspora, it will tell you, especially in the US, where to get that. In fact, we went to Houston recently, and this was my go-to for all things African. Exploring African Guide, if you want to explore the continent, hey, Afrogenesis, this one is important. How a lot of times our history, we don't know what it is. If you want to find out where your people came from, go on there. If you're just like, I want to understand what Afro Taste Explorer, all the restaurants, any African restaurant anywhere in the world will tell you. And then I have a holistic health coach. We had the luxury jet setter, dreadlock helper. Global Biz Coach is good for those of you who are entrepreneurs. It will give you tools and strategies. Then I have the bikini body for women 45 and up. That's my go-to. In fact, I have 2 ladies now here who are interested. So guys, go here and play around. But if you really want to learn and grow, then I highly recommend that you become part of the community. So that is where we are. Poll number 4. Let me launch it. And then, oh, we have a few minutes. Let me launch poll number 4. And then that way we are done exploring the GPTs. I have to stop the other one, right? I always forget to do that. Let me launch poll number 4. Let's launch it. Okay. How likely are you to integrate into your clinical research workflow after seeing the demo? How likely are you to integrate all these tools that I'm providing for the community after seeing this demo? We are very likely. So, okay, you guys. Somewhat unlikely, unsure, unlikely. Okay. Oh, fantastic. And yeah, okay, good. I think I like your response, and I'll explain to you what will happen, because we want to get you to unsure, unlikely, even unlikely. If you be honest, like, hey, I don't know if I'm gonna, and I'm gonna get you to very likely. And the way that we get you to very likely is by training you. That's all what you do. Because guys, 2 years ago, I didn't know this. I happened to be in Manila, and someone said, I was actually looking for a place to do my hair. Someone said, that's the place. I get to the place. This girl talks about, oh my God, the new AI, ChatGPT, have you heard of it? I'm like, eh. And then she doesn't even use it. This is what is trippy, you guys. She barely uses it. In fact, I have to do trainings with her. And then I started studying it. I evolved with it. It's, oh my God, all the tools. I watch videos, I train on all of this. So I've evolved with it, and it keeps evolving. Even the art side of it, the art, all the art is created by me. I'm evolving with it because that's the only way that I can really train. So let me end the poll and I'll share the results. But our goal is to get you guys, after you join the community, get you to unsure to very likely. That's my goal. That way you're comfortable. You can come on and we can experiment together. You can enter your question. I can explain to you how to organize your work and what to do. And then you'll get to the point where you can't live without it, because it just makes your life easy. You want to go to the market. Like, I have one that helps me with all my grocery lists. Like, okay, these are the things that I'm going to be buying. Can you organize it for me? Show me the best places to buy this stuff. Anywhere in the world, you guys. That's what it's up to. Okay, you guys, poll number 4 was fabulous, and I'm really excited. Now, Q&A, you guys, that's where we're going into now. During the Q&A, like Ayana had said in the beginning, I am going to open it up, and you guys will be able to ask questions. I'm allowing all of you to talk. Sorry, I think I just put this person, I'm allowing all of you to talk. Like, literally, raise your hand, and whoever you are, 80, the guest, sorry, I think I put you there. I'm just gonna let it be because you're already there. But if you have a question, I see Elizabeth, you have your hand up. If you have a question, you can type it in the chat, or I can unmute you and you can talk. So I'm allowing everybody to talk right now. And all you just have to do is you can just unmute yourself, and you can mute yourself. We'll start training. And guys, on the 8th of September, make sure that you join, because on the 8th of September, we're going to start the training and showing you how to use this, responding. Because remember, I have the courses themselves, which I recorded for years, which are incredible. And now you have GPTs that accompany these courses. And then we're going to be creating more together to actually help you. So I'm really happy. Does anybody else have a question? You can raise your hand. I will unmute you. You can type something in the chat as well, and we will take things from there. I think somebody in the Q&A. Oh, there we are. Let's see here. It's probably my view. Hello. I can create a GPT that is specifically trained to help you and your practice. And so this question that you just asked me, hey, you would say, hey, I have a practice here in Kano. I have this number of patients. This is what is going on. These are some of the struggles that we're having. Give me a roadmap, and it's going to give you the roadmap. We've lived on a planet where we were forced to absorb a lot of information, which is good, right? That's what's allowing me to learn all of this. The thing that I'm learning with this AI is that honestly, you don't need to have all the answers. So, for example, the thing that I want to train you guys on is how to use it. Because once you use it, you don't need to ask anybody for anything. Okay, creating this whole webinar, right? I have a marketing one that helps me to market. It helps you. How can I support? How can I make the webinar really amazing in such a way that the people who attend feel like they really experienced something wonderful and they felt fulfilled and satisfied. All the follow-up is going to be done by AI, like all of it, making sure the emails go out and all of that. So the roadmap that you're looking for is understanding how to prompt a GPT or how to prompt any generative pre-trained transformer. That's really what you're looking for. I don't have to know coding. I don't know coding. Now I know a little bit because I've been coding with it. I've been learning to code, but you don't need to, because it's the question that you're going to ask. The question is so important, and refining that question. So, for example, I would even go far. Let me know what your challenges are, and let me do something here and just share, because I like to show things live. I'm going to start a new chat, which is just a generic one. So let me know what question do you say? You say you where is your clinic in Kano, right?
Yeah, Kano, Nigeria.
Okay, and what type of clinic is it?
It's an ENT clinic. That's the department, and we deal with a lot of surgical procedures, clinic procedures, in addition to some activities like the ward run and all. So a lot of things going on with bookings here and there.
What will you say is your biggest challenge right now? Is it getting patients? What is your biggest challenge right now? And because I'm going to ask it for you, and you guys see me typing, right? And you will see what's going to pop up. What's your biggest challenge right now in Kano? What is the thing that just, oh my God, or managing your practice on a day-to-day? What is it that is the biggest challenge?
For me, I would say our biggest challenge is getting to book our patients for surgery. It has been very difficult. A lot of activities come in and they try to distort the booking, and you find yourself carrying a lot of patients over and over again. And booking days are actually not enough for the patients because the patients are really overwhelming. You find yourself booking the patient for more than a year. So I want to know if there's a way for us to curtail that kind of problem using the app.
You want to reduce your waiting list.
Yes, what I will hope the app what I will hope it will help to do is to maybe automatically readjust itself as you carry out your surgeries and reduce the workload of the patient.
Absolutely. So it will adapt. It will adjust. By the way, this is just generic. So I think that you and I should meet, because this is just generic, a question. Now, what I do is I take your issues and then we program something for you, and it adapts to whatever you're doing with it. That's a separate course, by the way, but let me show you this. This is just a generic asking. So it's updating my memory. I have to delete this on my memory, because what it does now, here it is. These are the different ideas that is common. Remember that this is generic, right? It's telling you monitor and adjust, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm going to do is to refine something like this, we have to feed it more. What is the situation right now? How many patients do you see? How many exam rooms do you have? So it will give you a generic question, but then now you have to refine it. I want you to, like I can say, do a case study of the challenges that are being faced in the developing world with patients who are coming from rural areas. It's going to give you, so there's a lot of work in the background that is involved, but if you ask it correctly and you have a pre-trained transformer, then you'll be fine, because it's actually trained to deal with all those types of issues. What I've found is that the reason why we're struggling many times, and let me back up. What I've learned is that with this, you can do anything. What that means is It doesn't matter the profession that you're in. Now, I'm in clinical research, so I can refine the questions easily. I recently started getting marketing clients out of the blue just because somebody saw something I did. They're like, oh my God, can you help us market this? I marketed this big event, created all their stuff. I've never marketed anything like those kinds of events in sports. But it's because I know how to ask it the right questions. So I want you guys to think, change the way that you're thinking. You don't have to know the information. You have to know the questions that you're going to ask for it to give you the right information that's going to move you forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it really does. It does.
Yeah, I know we have gone past the hour and it's 10:01. What I just want to say, this is what the next steps will be. It's really simple. I gave you guys this link. Let me put it again, and it's going to come in your email. I'm recommending that just go on this is our brochure, which has every single thing. Take a look at it. The only difference with the subscriber is that when you subscribe, you get renewed every month. Just invest. If you at minimum start with the monthly access plan, which is $99, and that will give you access to me and to the platform. Once you do that, and then now we're going to start having bi-weekly calls. And during those calls, I can look at what your needs are. Send me questions. If you have questions, let me know. What I would say is, as minimum, go on there. The first program is the Achaibo Clinical Access. Just go on there, do it, start meeting with me, and then let's move forward with this. And that way I can start answering your questions. And then if you need, because there's going to be additional consultation, right? If you need like something that's targeted, and that's different, okay, then we can meet, we can talk, and I can see what kind of package that I can put together for you, whether it's your clinic, whether you have a CRO, we can discuss pricing and all of that. But I say at minimum, go on, start getting, just come to some of the sessions, start learning, start growing, start using these tools. Like everything else, whenever we start something new, it is off the chain. It's, oh my God, how am I going to survive? How am I going to, oh my God, this is something new. I can't. Again, it comes in so many different languages. The main languages of the world are on there. And in addition to that, our main languages on the African continent are also there as well. And if you're joining here from some other part of the world, it's also in there. So please go ahead and do that. And then one last favor, if you can just point your phone at this QR code, the survey is going to let you guys, please, I need honest feedback. What you learned, just answer. There's like 10 questions. Just answer the questions. I'm also going to put it in the follow-up email. Please just let me know what you think of the webinar. And what else we can add. The next webinar is on the 15th of September. And I'm going to go again. I'm going to discuss this again, a little bit of this, but I'm going to do more of a deep dive, snapshots of things that are possible with AI. That's what we're going to be talking about in healthcare, in clinical research. But again, go ahead and just join the program. Let's start learning, because I'll tell you this before leaving. I did not realize how much my life will be transformed with this. I knew when we started, actually, ChatGPT was so finicky. Google was still finicky trying to do. Then Gemini came, then Claude AI came. And I know you're right. There's so many tools out there. My role is I filter them. I learn them and I pick the ones that work. There's a lot out there. There's a lot. But here's the thing. I did not realize how much my life would transform. I didn't realize it. Like right now, I had a goal to get to a certain amount of body fat percentage. With ChatGPT, I've done it. I had a goal to get to a certain weight. I had a goal to improve my finances in a certain way. I have a GPT that is helping me with that, and it's incredible. So I'm just saying, do not underestimate the power of this technology, and don't listen to people say, oh, it's going to take your job. This technology is going to take the jobs of the people not using it, guaranteed. But what it has done for me is it's put me 20 years ahead of my time. I'm serious, because even in the US, there are most people are not using it. In fact, two ladies that I just stumbled on my link tree who are from here, they were shocked because they're so excited about it. Oh my God, we didn't even know this is even out there. People are not using it. So what do? You jump on it now, right? You jump on it now and you evolve with it. Okay, so get on it, join the platform. It's going to be an investment of your life. And I'm not saying it because, oh, hey, I'm really saying it because the prices are 1/3 of what they were about 2 years ago. Because I realized that with GPTs now, I can slash the cost and yet I can give you guys value that is affordable. So go ahead, jump on the bandwagon, join us, and let's build this community and create something that is so incredible. And then you guys will be ahead of the curve with AI and healthcare and all of that. And then you can turn around and do more, right? You can turn around and create your own ecosystem as well, helping people. Okay, so I'm really delighted that you guys joined, and thank you for hanging in there with me all the way through. I look forward to your feedback. Let me know with the survey. Go download that free tool. It's going to show you all the different courses, everything that you need to do, and just click on it, join it. Let's start studying and let's start growing together. Okay, you guys? And I will see you soon. Hopefully, I'll see you guys on the 8th in the bi-weekly training call. Oh, I know what I was going to say. This will be recorded, but the Q&A section for privacy reasons will be a PDF. It's going to be, this webinar will be a course. You're going to get, it's a free course. You just get a link and you say, hey, you're going to go sign up. And then there'll be a beautiful PDF for you with stunning images. Everything I do needs to have stunning images so you guys feel inspired. I'm glad that you guys joined, and I really wish you a fabulous week. There is hope out there. Join this and come experience the power of this technology. Come experience it because it is phenomenal. It will completely transform the way you think, your brain, and your life. And it's for anybody, anywhere in the world. So long as you have a cell phone. That's it. That's all what you need.